The great thing about having faith for me is that, 2 years ago we went through some of the hardest stuff that we've ever been through, both personally and as a band and with our career, and I don't know that I would have been able to find my identity in just about anything else. We work hard and we are sincere about what we do.
Everybody just plays music because they love it.
It's a 5-way marriage.
You can really see our passion.
This is really where my heart is, Paramore.
So you are on the record with Fuse.
Yes. Yeah. Nice.
Now we've come to Franklin, Tennessee, where you guys live. We're right near Nashville, which has an amazing music history. Yeah. And you guys grew up and became rockers. And I just wonder, what was the scene that allowed you guys to get signed when you're in a world that's super country?
What's really cool about Franklin and about Nashville is that there is, a lot of different music, and there's a lot of indie music and punk rock. I think that's what's so cool. Kids start bands at age 13 here, and it's the normal.
All right, Jeremy, I gotta ask you this question. You get into Paramore, the success starts to come, the group gets signed, and you say, I'm out of here. I don't want to do this anymore.
I did.
Why did you walk away from this great little band?
I think it was a number of things. It was wearing on me, and at the same time, we were practicing so much that between that and going to church all the time and stuff like that, it was really hard for me to even have a job. So I was in debt, and I really got scared, I think.
The group was clearly hurt because the song and the album cover alludes to you leaving. So how hurt was the group, and why'd you take them back when you came back?
Yeah,
good question.
Why did we?
It takes some time to let you go and destroy.
We were playing a showcase for Fueled by Ramen Records that day, and then Jeremy goes, hey guys, I need to talk to you. And we're like, okay, well, yeah, sure. I had no idea, and he's like, I got a ticket home today, I'm going back to Nashville. And we're like, wait, what? And he's like, I'm going back to Nashville, and I just started crying. I was just so bummed, and I guess I kind of thought in the back of my head, maybe if I cry long enough, he'll change his mind, because maybe I can
That's
look.
How she's used to getting stuff, huh?
And I remember talking to him on the phone and on Instant Messenger, and him being like, yeah, I got a job at Domino's. I'm like, I'm delivering pizzas. I'm like, that's not gonna last.
That lasted 3 days. Then I sold knives for a while.
Yeah.
I just found out how terrible I was at everything.
So this year, Josh took time away from the tour to plan his wedding.
Yeah.
You don't need to leave your job to plan a wedding. So what's really going on there?
I don't really know, because I kind of thought okay, yeah. But after touring on this album, and it's been pretty nonstop since we wrote it, and I've never really seen Josh take time the way some of the rest of us have. So if that's what he needed, was to take some time away just for himself, he doesn't really wholly have to explain that to.
How hard has it been working in a band with a guy you dated for several years? It was clearly a key relationship in your life.
Yeah.
You got to see him all the time. How hard is that?
It's not as bad as you would think. We all showed up at the wedding, and it was I almost don't even remember that, I dated him.
So it was easy to see this guy you really loved get married to another girl and just go.
Because I love Josh. He's one of my best friends, but it wasn't meant to be that way with me and him. For us to break up it was the best thing we could do for our friendship, the best thing that could happen for the band, and I'm really, I'm proud of both of us.
This new album is much more about friendships, right? And betrayals. Yeah. And losing a friend can hurt as much or more than the breakup of a romantic relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Totally.
When your friendships break up.
I was writing a journal, and I was writing about the guys, and I was writing about our, all of our friendship, and how it's one thing when you lose a friend or when your friends become enemies, but it's the worst when your friends become strangers.
Right,
and I think that was hard for all of us to accept and then say, okay, so how are we going to relearn each other?
This album was emotionally difficult for you guys to make, right? The band was going through a lot of strife, right?
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that and like what was going on, and the quote about they wanted to throw you through a window and like.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Tell me that quote.
I heard.
Are you starting?
Jeremy, you said you guys wanted to throw Haley through
Oh,
the
man,
window
that's not
of
even
the
true.
studio console,
Man,
right?
I didn't say that.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
Oh, okay.
heck no.
Okay.
No,
You
no,
could have,
no.
though.
Look how ready,
Wait,
look how ready he is.
No,
No,
man.
I didn't say it. I mean, I think we understood it as, not as angry as it sounds on the surface,
No,
but
I
there was a
didn't.
lot of strife going on this album,
Yeah.
right?
You know, it's like you said, it was emotionally difficult, but we needed it. The thing is, to us, it was like, it didn't even feel like we were making a record. It felt like we were just like really mending like the tears.
But the time at the studio was referred to as being in a torture chamber.
The first studio. We spent
Yeah, yeah.
we kind of split our time because the first half of the process was spent here in Franklin writing, and it was just torture to sit around with all these thoughts that I knew had to get out, but like how was I going to say that to the guys? How was I going to sing Ignorance to them for the first time? And once I finally did, all the anger kind of started flushing out of me, and I was able to get rid of it.
If I'm a bad person, you don't like me. Well, I guess I'll make my own way. It's a circle, I mean cycle. I can't excite you anymore. Where's your gavel, your jury? What's my offense this time?
the first time she comes back with lyrics, we're here and she's like singing it real quiet.
I'm trying to
We're trying to
mumble.
listen to see if we like it, and we're like, wait a minute. Like, she's
Yeah,
talking about
sucked.
us, like, it really was tough, but I mean, it had to have been like that. It wouldn't have worked any other way.
There's this Anais Nin quote that you love. And the day came when the risk to remain in bud was more painful than the risk to blossom. So where are you in your life? Are you in bud and fighting to come out? Or are you blossomed and fighting to deal with that?
Where I am in my life right now, I'm learning that every single thing that I love is a process, whether it's music or whether it's, the band and just our friendships, or whether it's love. I guess I don't really know where I am now, but that quote still has always, to me, rang a lot of truth, and I love it. I don't think I could ever see myself with just my name, in lights. I've never seen myself like that.
You're straight